Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a DCUO podcast. Episode 1, yay, because episode 0 was like the trying to dust the rust off of me and anything like, quick it, whatever. And I also just realized I actually was playing music from Vagenda, good friend, good fellow player of DCUO. She has music over at soundcloud.com/Vagenda if you guys want to go take a look at, go take a listen to all of her great stuff. And I was playing the music, I was listening to it on my end, but I realized that I actually had SoundCloud muted from the last stream. Because I'm sorry that you guys had to sit in silence. That's a my bad. And I know you guys enjoy the overlay that's back now. The DCUO poster in the background here and everything. And as usual, we have our cheer cup. And big shout out to Ms. Rosalie for being a new follower. Thank you so much for joining and welcome to the crash. So I know you guys are expecting. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode last week. By the way, or episode 0 really. I really don't have kind of a format for it. Again, one of my biggest inspirations trying to do this podcast was in fact bringing Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. He's one of my favorite. Him, The Daily Show, and Larry Whitmore last week, or was it the Nightly Show with Larry Whitmore? That was a great show. I really wish it was back. But anyways, I am not much of a heavy journalist. I try my best, and sometimes my ADD kicks in, and I get busy at work. That's when I normally do a lot of my stuff. So tonight we're going to be talking about time capsules and also the Promethium lockboxes, what we can do to improve them, the history, and shut up with the whining. That was just for me. So, but before we get into that, let's talk about what actually happened this past week, which I have no notes in front of me, so I'm really going off my memory, so excuse me if I'm a retard. First things first, test server came back with stats update 1.6, kind of like 1.6.1 in my eyes. We brought back more changes to munitions and more changes to fire. One of the big things about fire that I'm really appreciative of is the engulf fire pool. That's right, your pool is actually a lot better. I enjoy it much more now, and it still goes a little everywhere, but now it's actually centered around the target. So whatever you are targeting is actually going to get pulled to you like it should, and the following and everything else will be coming to you a little bit better. It's probably still better than Ragebringer, but whatever's like, oh, come here. Oh, where are you two going? It's a nightmare for me. Another thing that was changed within munitions was one of the things that people are not happy about is the pump action shotgun, where all of a sudden players are like, here's a player, do we not like unlimited ammo? I'm not really sure what the problem is here, because apparently it's weird. This is almost how Earth's jackhammer works a little bit. It's odd. But they brought changes down to cooldowns, they brought changes to mobility, they brought a lot of changes, which that's all about the stats revamp. As we test, there's going to be more and more changes. We're not going to like the changes, but it's here. We have to keep moving on. What's going to be after stats revamp 1.6? I am not sure. I think if I look into my imaginary calendar of what's going to be happening, we are going to be looking at having the next DLC, episode 28, our JSA Society, Justice League Society coming in, or Justice Society of America, my apologies. We should be getting that coming onto test server, possibly next week or the following. We're getting close to it. It's going to be coming out in June, and so we're going to be having that testing come down. So Stats Revamp, this will probably be the final week of Stats Revamp, maybe the final week before we get into the next DLC. And then Stats Revamp will be coming back possibly in June after we get done with the DLC testing. That's really it. We'll probably have Stats Revamp in June and some of July, where July we will have the testing for summer event that will be coming out in August. So, yay. So, that's it for test server stuff. The Stats Revamp is still continuing on. We are definitely noticing the drop of players with testing. It's it's been long, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. The DCO community is not used to this kind of testing. We are used to testing a game where we test something for 2 to 3 weeks, and it'll be on live server then the following. That's how long we normally have. You guys as a community in this game have never really experienced a year long plus kind of testing. And I definitely understand where players are really wanting to get antsy. They're like, oh, just bring it out now. We really want it. We need to save this freaking game. But it's not possible. We still have a lot more things to go over. We officially have all the powers onto the revamp, and now we actually have to go back and fine-tune them. All the powers... So what the objective is right here is we have to get all the powers onto the stats revamp, and we have to get them coded and working in this universal code. Once we get the universal coding down, where the universal code is kind of like how all the cooldowns are the same, all the tank pools are the same, those kinds of things. Once we have that established, they'll be going back into each power and tweaking them outside of the universal coding to an extent. It's not going to be... I don't think they're going to completely break the rule, but they're going to make tweaks where it's still fundamentally sound on their end, and it's going to be fun on our end. Crossing our fingers. So, especially when you look at gadgets. Gadgets right now is probably still one of the only powers that is... It's bad. It's really not fun, and it's really kind of broken at this point. And they're not sure... Players are not sure how to even play it. They're not sure what the rotation is. There's so many power interactions in it. It's like, how are they supposed to work it? And that's a little confusion that the devs need to fix on their end with how the power is supposed to go. And it's also a little bit of confusion on the player end because we are having to relearn a power. And I'm telling you guys this now, in the stats revamp, if you think that you're going to come in and you're going to have to not relearn anything, you are mistaken. The stats revamp changes are going to make you have to relearn your power. And that's not a bad thing. All you're really doing is just relearning your rotations. That's really it. You're relearning where your stats are going. Because some of the stats do change as you look at Rage, Celestial, and Hard Light, and Atomic. Well, probably not Atomic because he's always been Might, but we've always been a Precision power, so we're going to have to change our stats over to Might. And even for the players on live server right now who are speccing themselves into Precision, they're going to work a way up there to make it's going to be a seamless transition to help you guys where we'll be speccing Might or changing our mods into Might. They haven't really gone into detail what's going to be done, but they'll be breaking it down to us there. So, just be prepared for yourself. Stats Revamp is still an ever-going process. I do have the Stats Revamp overview, which I have to update with the new changes they just brought in. But you guys can head over to Trexlight.com, and in the DCUO News menu up there, which I have to change because I'm doing some reworking on the website, you can go over to the Stats Revamp overview, and you can check out every single post that the devs have made and the changes made to the Stats Revamp. All the way from the beginning back in December, all the way up until now, so you guys can see the evolution, really, of how Stats Revamp is changing in the game. Once I actually also get my forums working on my website, I'm going to transfer all of those posts that the devs made on their forums over to my forums, so, have a nice little backup. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just I want it on my end. It's for me. I'm a control freak, as everyone has always said. So that's Stats Revamp. Next, talking about is Starro. Starro the Conqueror Bounty has come out, and it's surprisingly been pretty fun. Well, it's been fun on some people's end. Other people, it's been hellacious. So with the Starro event, this is a boss. This is a big raid, phase-wide boss that everyone comes in and kills. Apparently, a person in the DCO Discord actually soloed the Starro boss. It took him 1 hour and 50 minutes. I think I'm going for that. It took 1 hour and 50 some odd minutes to beat Starro by himself. So I commend him on his, on his patience, on his due diligence, and dear God, dude, what kind of time do you have to sit there and do that? He didn't go into LFG and say, hey, this happened. No, he soloed that sucker, and I commend him for doing it because he did something that I didn't have to do anymore. Because I was going to do it. It's like, how long does it take to really kill him? I'm going to find out. Luckily, I don't have to do that anymore, so thank you. Now, with the Starro event, it comes with a new feat. The new feat has actually already been here, the Starro Slayer. And it comes into 4 different parts. You have to kill him once, 9, 26, and then 54 times. Now, when the boss came out, there has been a large uprising on the community forums and even on the Discord that players were not appreciative of how long the respawn timer was. Now, if you didn't know, the respawn timer when you kill Starro is 60 minutes. It's supposed to be 60 minutes. I'm hoping it's probably 60 minutes. So it's 60 minutes from when he died in that phase. So as long as you do not leave that phase, meaning that you do not portal out, you do not queue into anything, you sit there in Central City, you sit there for an hour after he died, he should respawn. Now, I also have not seen verification from the developers or even from the community if that hour is actually legit. We've seen other tests where players have had some issues where it's been longer than an hour. So, I'm also... Raph, what question the guy soloed him? I'm not really sure what he soloed. That was really weird. So, now one of the cool things I really like about the Starro is LFG was booming. It was booming. Everybody was talking about how, here, Starro here. Oh, I'm just joking. He's not here. I'm just a troll. Ha ha ha. Here. It was really a lot of stuff going on. But there are players also complaining to other players, like, well, you say it was here. He's not. You just officially trolled me. Thanks a lot. While some of them may be trolls, and we'll go with that, those players are actually doing it. They have told you where exactly it is, and once you phase into it, you may or may not get in. Reason being is because some players might have a faster phase dodge, that faster phase in. So a lot of players will phase into that phase, but once that phase gets full, you're basically kicked into another phase. That's why you see people talking about invite for Starro. They're inviting to get into your group to make sure to get actually into that phase where Starro is. The best methodology that I can go for you guys is to get yourself into a raid group. Get yourself into a raid group, have every single person phase into different things. Once someone clambers up, boom, phase into as a group, and go in. Phase with that group member, and you just go. Now, it's easier on PC a little bit because we can just hit F4, mouse, click, click, click. PlayStation 4, you just got a D-pad, scroll, over, scroll. It might get a little technical, but you PlayStation players you're good. You got this. I trust you. So, the Starro event is here, and there have been some griefers about the respawn timer. And I will agree that in the past, DCUO has never really had this kind of respawn timer onto a bounty boss. But this is also the first time we've seen this kind of bounty boss in a major event. Starro the Conqueror Bounty was never officially part of the event. He was created because the community wanted a big raid boss. They wanted that big world boss, and the developers gave it to you. Now, with it being in a main event, they changed it up a little bit and made it to an hour respawn timer. It's something different, and you may or may not agree with it. I'm on the fence with it as well, because I do agree that it wasn't like that in the past, so it's a little bit of inconsistent. And then I'm on the other side where it's like, oh, well, this is actually a main event kind of a thing, a special major event, and so it's going to probably tweak itself a little bit to be different from all the other content. So it is different. I will give it that. And there are reasons to be hectic about it. But here's the biggest thing. All the people really complain about the respawn timer are all the people who are rushing to get this done on day one. I don't know if you want to be the special chocolate awesome people that you want it to be the server first or something, or you truly just wanted to get it done on day one so you don't have to deal with it anymore. And I get that and I respect it. But here's the deal. Don't bitch about the respawn timer if that was your main focus, is to get it done that day. It's not something that was supposed to be done on day one. Even Meps on the forums came out and answered a question about that. Is this possible? is this possibly done? Could this be done before the end of May, before the event runs out? And Mevs did respond, yeah, if you're diligent about it, you could get it done. And people want it done on day one. And I'm also going with the comment that someone told me. It's like, well, people want it done on day one because as we further along into the event, no one else is going to do it, and you're going to be sitting there doing it by yourself. I will agree with that statement. The community has this go, 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 need, want, done, done, done mentality. They want it done as fast as possible. And so when you look at players who first 2 weeks of the month, first 2 weeks when it's out, they might be on vacation, they might have real life, and they come in, it's like, all right, we're going to do the Starro event. No one else wants to do it. Well, that right there goes with a player-by-player basis, but it's still something that can be done. Now, I'm sure enough expecting middle of May, when a lot of players are done with this, we're probably going to see some forum posts asking for Starro health needs to be lowered. It needs to be soloable. It needs to drop down a bit because no one else, we can't get a group for it. It just needs a nerf. Don't nerf it. Just don't. If you really want to get it done and players are supposed to be helpful within this community, then you're going to find players who will join you in that escapade. Now, for myself, I was able to get, I think, 7 done as of now. I was able to get 7 done. I think I got maybe 6 of them done on day 1. And the only reason I had to stop doing it was because I think I had food. I think I had food. I can't remember what I was doing Friday. It's such a blur. But just because you want it done on day 1 doesn't mean you have to have this rush mentality. Doesn't mean you have to bitch about the respawn timer either. The inconsistency from other bounties, I will give you that and I will grant it. But if you're bitching me about the respawn timer because you want to get it done that day and it's taking too long, then go fuck yourself. You need to calm down. Alright? No. That's not a good excuse. That's on you, not the developers. Even on Mevs' official post, it's periodically Starro spawns. Periodically. He even said it's going to be an hour respawn timer, so you have it right there. Now, do what you do in an MMO game where you're playing with other people. Go! Group up! Shout out an LFG! Shout it out loud! An LFG that you are looking for Starro, that you're wanting to do Starro. If Starro is in your face, you shout it out and go for it. Boom! Phase, kill it done, and get it done. Now, there's also the other issue, where you have to beat him 54 times. Oh my god, why do I have to beat him 54 times? Is this so monotonous? Dev hates us. Why is it so grindy? MMOs are about the grind. I've said it. Other people have said it. It's about the grind. If you can't handle the grind, I recommend Call of Duty. It's right there. Call of Duty. It's right there. Now, with exception to the grind, people are complaining that it takes 54 kills to get this feat done, and it's taking 54, and we're supposed to do that in less than 30 days, basically in 26 days. How the hell are we going to do that? Well, you can actually map yourself out where how many days you have to get it done. It's like, oh, I can get 3, 3, 3, or 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, whatever. Break it fucking down for your month. Just do some math. It's like the 54 divided by 26. How many days is that? Boom. That's how many times I need to do it. Every day. But it's not supposed to also be done this year. It's not supposed to be done. Now, let me rephrase. It's not supposed to be done. It's the fact that it can be done if you time yourself out. But if you can't, it's okay. Don't fret. Shh, shh. Hey, come here. Hug. It's going to be okay. You know why it's going to be okay? Because it's going to come back. Look at there. All that weight off your shoulders. It's off. The Starro event's coming back. If you can't get your 54 done, if you can't get your 26 done, if you can't get your 7, I will respect that. If you can't get it done this year, or even at this event, it will be back at another time, and you can continue on. Now, players are also worried that the developers are going to add more time to it. They're going to add more than 54 to it. That is a possibility. I am not going to dismiss that argument one bit. That is a possibility. But it's a small possibility in my eyes. This feat has been designed where it's there. It's there now. This is 54 kills. The event runs for 60. Do we see the math? Do we see it? I'm pretty sure we see it. We see it. All you need to do is just basically miss 6 days and you can get the feat. Boom, done. You're easy street. The math is there. So really, they brought this brand new thing the community wanted. You guys wanted a world boss. You got the world boss. Now you're going to bitch about because of how many times you have to kill it? Just shut up. Just go. Just go. Go. Oh my God, I hate you. It's going to be okay. It's okay. You complete it next year. You'll complete it next time whenever it comes up. Because hell, it can come back and fall. I don't know. I don't work it there. But it can come back and you'll fix it. You'll get it done. There's no reason to rush. There's no reason to rush. If you want to rush, that's on you, not the developers. It's insane. It's insane. Okay? Just breathe, play your damn game, and be happy. If you're not happy, Call of Duty. Yay, there's a new World War II game coming out, you know, because we haven't fucking done that before. Duh! So here it is. Just play it. Just run how many times you... I'll be happy if I can even get 26 of the Starros completed, so I can just get that feat. Now worry about the 54 next time when it comes around. And that's me as a player to choose that. I'm not dictating it to you. I'm just telling you to calm the fuck down. You're here. You're here. Bring it down. Bring it lower. Bring it to hell. Calm down. So, if you've already completed your feat, congratulations. You've already completed it, so you don't have anything to worry about. And that's, I understand. You don't want to worry about this feat next time or any other day. You want it done that, then and there. Okay, that's your choice. That's your choice. That's not how the developers made it. That's not.
But Trex, what about the replay badge sales? They need the replay badges.
Nah, that's conspiracy theories right there for you. It could be. It could be like this where they want to make sure the players buy the replay badges to sell, to replay. Nah, I'm not going to really fall into that conspiracy theory stuff. I hate replay badges. If I don't want to use them, I'm not going to use them. And I'm really not. It's a player's choice to use the replay badges. It's a player's choice. The developers have given you cake. Here's all the cake that we are going to give you. It's your choice to eat that cake now or just take little bits and little bites about it. But no, you're going to just face smash your face cake and just then you're going to complain that, oh, I have a tummy ache. Why did you give me all that cake? It was your choice to eat the face cake. To deface your face cake. It's your choice. That's it. So, drink up, me hearties. OJ, it does the trick. So, what else happened? That's really it. There was no Ask DCUO this week because apparently Metz is working on something top secret. And he will not tell us, and that's a shame. But I can always poke him with a stick. It's like, hey, do stuff. And also, thank you, Curse, by the way. I see the bits, nice bits. Luckily, it's not face in the bits. There's no faces. But do you guys like that? Then they're like, do you cheer, bruh? Do you cheer, bruh? Yeah. Cake by the ocean. Nah, that's good. It's not gin and juice, Clint. It's not. I can't drink. I have beer downstairs, but I didn't want to drink it. I get sleepy. So, let's talk about our main topic for this evening. Our main topic is going to be lockboxes, time capsules, and everything in between, which technically is not, but I just wanted to say those words. So let's start off with the Promethium lockboxes, or at least the idea of the lockbox. The idea of the lockboxes came out way back when, way back. And they were here to be something that the community could really, another item on the marketplace for players to buy and unlock. Now, one of the cool features is, as subscribers, as members, we could open the Promethium lockboxes without a key. Premium and free-to-play would have to actually buy a key on the marketplace in order to open them. Inside them, when they first came out, there were some unique styles. Then they added the new 52 Wonder Woman and Cyborg later on. And also, I think Nightwing was added to it as well. But another item that really was a staple in there were compound soders. And these are compound attack and compound auxiliary soders. Now, when the Promethium lockboxes came out, I was against it. And technically, I'm still am, even with lockboxes and time capsules. I'm not a box fan. Not a fan at all. But with these boxes, we saw multiple posts on forums, even on Reddit, where on Game FAQs. Trust me, I have a link to prove it. It was really weird. But players were asking, were the Promethium lockboxes pay to win? Yeah. Players are saying yes. Players are saying no. Actually, maybe a couple of people were saying no, but everybody else was saying yes. It was pay to win. So why were they pay to win? Well, it was basically because the compound soders that were in there were not tradable. They were account bound at the time, but later on they did become tradable. But they were soders that you could only get from the Promethium lockboxes, and they increased your stats. The attack increased your precision, might, and something else. And the auxiliary increased your restoration, vitalization, and your dominance. So they increase your stats, and you can only get them from one place. Promethium lockboxes. Everything else in there were kind of just like some styles and some random knick-knack. But were they pay to win? In a way, they were. Because you can only get these soders from that place. But later on in through the years, I think around 2012, I believe, they became tradable, where you could actually give them to other players, and it really helped out to get rid of that logic of them being pay to win. Now, one of the downsides to it is the fact that all the cool styles from the Promethium lockboxes are still not kind of tradable. They were finally, like the new 52 styles of Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and Nightwing. I seriously think Nightwing was one of them. They were tradable. You could sell them on the broker and all that good stuff, and help the economy. Yay, economy! So those are Promethium lockboxes. They don't get really love anymore. The last time they actually got love were, I want to say, back in 2015, when they were updated to include every style that the game has, that were basically from your vault, that were basically from almost every type of place in the game, and they also included the villains and the heroes, vice versa. So as heroes, we can get villain styles, and as heroes, we can get villain styles. Or as villains, we can get hero. Yeah, there. Now, the only different faction, cross-faction styles. That's right, Trick. That's right. Good to see you, Vagrant. And now one of the key differences with that is, as heroes, we could not get the villain feat styles. As villains, we couldn't get the hero feat styles. So that really helped out, where it brought a little love to the Promethium lockboxes, so players could get some cool styles. Like, heroes are now rocking the Bloodbat style. Yeah, that's right. We can't tell who we are. It's great. So it's honestly pretty cool on that aspect that we can get other styles, but the other issue is it does flood. Sorry, one sec. Yeah. It does flood the Promethium lockboxes with styles that we may already have, and a lot of other stuff that we really don't want. One of the things that really could have been done is getting a style that we don't need, and it will not show up in our listing. If the system could recognize that we've already had this style, we won't get it again. Or better yet, the number one way to fix that is to make every fucking thing in there tradable. Make it tradable. Make it sellable. Let us put it on the broker, and I'm telling you now, every person who has a demon tail, they're gonna make bank. And also, if this does ever happen and you do have a demon tail, please give it to Carlin Carnage. You can find her over on the USPS villain side in the Hall of Doom at Carolyn Carnage, part of the League villain. I can't really remember what the League is. I'm sorry, Carolyn. Sorry, CC. I tried. But so Promethium lockboxes were kind of the first step in lockboxes. Now, in the beginning, I was against it because I did know what that meant. I saw what happened in Star Trek Online when they brought out their lockboxes, and there were basically items associated with it. And it brings in this aspect of we need to spend real money to get the cool styles from these RNG boxes. Trust me, I see the issue with it. I do. And I don't like much of it either. And a lot of it is, I want some of these styles, but I'm having to rely on RNG to get it, and it's kind of a bummer. But RNG definitely, in online game aspect, it rules the the online gaming world. RNG is key. I mean, even my Yu-Gi-Oh game is still RNG, even though I always have good RNG, but I don't want to brag because, thanks RNGesus. So, those are Promethium lockboxes. We know them. We get them at like every 6 gameplay hours. We get them in there. We see them. And we've even had some cool weekends where Promethium lockboxes were dropping almost every 3 hours. That was really cool, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was good. It was cool. So, there you have Promethium lockboxes. They were the first real step into having a lockbox into DCUO, and some players hate it, some players liked it. It's whatever. So, what are we looking at with now? Time capsules. Now, time capsules are the very true in all shape and form of lockboxes that we've seen in other video games. So, just so everyone knows, I was not here in the game. I was not playing the game when the Time Capsule 1, when Generation 1 came out. Well, not Generation 1, because that would be everything like in the first year. But the very first Time Capsule, I was not here for that. Where it had the Future Crusader Batman gear, it had the Lantern emblems, which do not have a foil version, a nice little shiny to it, which, crossing our fingers, next time it comes back around, it will actually get some shiny stuff with it. That would be great. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. But, so this was our first time, that was the first time the Time Capsules come, and I did miss it. I was not here for that. So, I mean, I was here for the announcement. I was just like, I'm still not playing the game. I'm working through stuff. I didn't want to do it. So, but I did come in for Amazon Fury Part 3. I did come in for the Amazon Time Capsules. And I've been here ever since. So, with Time Capsules. Time Capsules are ruled by RNG. And it's RNG inside of RNG because within the Time Capsules, you can also get a chance to get a provision box that has other things, including an extra chance for collections. You also have emblems that you could randomly get something, and you also have the emblems and also the mods. You can also get the mod capsules as well. It is crazy. Very crazy. So, it's RNG inside of RNG. And, yes, it's bad. It's Star Trek Year 1 with their lockboxes all over again. And it's understandable, because Jack Emmett, who is our CEO for Daybreak in Austin, he comes from Star Trek Online. He comes from Cryptic. So, the lockboxes thing, I'm not going to say his idea, but he knows all about it. And it wasn't, even in STO, it wasn't until maybe a year after the lockboxes came into effect that the STO was able to create a vendor system for it, where you open up a box in you open up a lockbox, you'll get some items. We also get a mark that you can use in that specific vendor to unlock a few things. So here in DCUO, we have time capsules, and we're almost getting too close to we're a few months away from our first year of time capsules, where it's officially going to be Generation 1. This will be the Generation 1. So what the bad of the time capsules, the RNG in it. Players are really unhappy with how we see on how everything is dropping. So all the players that were here for the first time capsules, apparently they got everything. It was great. It was awesome. Tubular, very tubular. All the things were dropping very easily, and also the first time capsule actually lasted longer than the initial. And let me explain that, because I actually was not playing, but I saw the forum post and I saw the developer discussions about it. So when it comes to the first time capsule, it was actually extended, but it wasn't supposed to be. But because it was extended because of Amazon Fury and Stats Revamp going on. Stats Revamp was, as everyone knows, was supposed to actually release before Amazon Fury. Well, we had to switch that around for whatever reasons. So we had to have Amazon Fury come out, and then we had to have Stats Revamp push back. We had to do a switcheroo. So in the middle of that switcheroo, even before then, we had months of dead. We had months of dead content. We had because everyone was working on Stats Revamp and on Amazon Fury. They were working on it to get it to where it could come out, and that was their focus. And they gave us a heads up. and they understood. They prepared themselves. They got on them. They knew the shitstorm they were going to get, and they were prepared for it. They had their umbrellas. They had it. So, because of all that downtime, they had to. That downtime was a little bit extended because they had to do the switcheroo. So Amazon Fury got pushed up before Stats Revamp, and they had to change the date a little bit. So they changed the date, and they extended the first time capsule, and that's why it was longer. Time capsule was supposed to be around for 8 to 12 weeks. It was actually much longer than that. So, and apparently everyone loved the RNG that was from the first time capsule. Yay! Everyone got shit. Everyone felt like they opened up a box and they got something that they wanted. Cool! That's the best feeling ever, isn't it? Isn't it? Then comes Amazon Fury Part 3 with the Amazon Time Capsule. Well, this is where I came in, because I said I was going to come back from this DLC, and it came out earlier than I expected, so I came back. And so here we are with the Amazon Fury Time Capsule, and I was actually really happy with it. This is my first time capsule, so with it being my first time capsule, I felt like I got things I wanted. I completed all my emblems. I was able to, thank you to Curse and every other person out there who I love. They helped me complete the Phoenix material, which was pretty freaking awesome. And I also got all the gear. That was cool too. And so yeah, booyah. And also in the time capsule gear is part of the progression gear system that it levels up with your CR. That was freaking great. I love that gear. Love it. It's a little weird. It's almost similar to how WoW does theirs, but you know, it's pretty close. But you know, DCUO does DCUO. So, but players also noticed that I think it was also the first time that in those time capsules we got exobits. Or exobits, I'm sorry. We got exobits, we got simple and complex materials. We basically got a lot of R&D stuff. And players were not accepting of that. Like, players were complaining that the developers have destroyed the economy. They destroyed the broker. You added things in that we didn't need, and now we have lazy players who aren't going to really go out there and get their mods and everything. It's like, well, actually, let's back it up. As everyone knows, I don't care about modding. Modding is a thing that I really don't have to worry myself with, because fuck it, because I have 4 hours to play a game because I'm an adult and my adult job hates me. So I have about 4 hours to do what I want to do to play the game. In that 4 hours, I can either play with my friends and play with my league and run some actual content, or I can spend 4 hours listening to music and farming shit. I don't farm shit in WoW. I'm not going to just especially spend 4 hours to do it. I'm not going to do it here. I mean, I farmed in WoW, but, you know, that was a whole life entirely. A whole life entirely. So, seeing the exobits coming out of the time capsules when I was opening it, I'm like, oh, holy crap! Guess who's going to be modding? Yeah, I'm going to be modding. Yeah, I'm going to put some betas. I'm going to make some, oh, you know what? I'm going to make some Gen 7s. Gen 7, Joe! Well, Gen Olympian, actually, but, you know, you get it. Everybody gets it. So, that was really something different that some of the and when I say the player base, I go with the minimum voices on the forums that actually don't also equate to the large voices that are in-game. Because everyone in-game doesn't actually go into the forums, so when I talk about the community, it's the people on the forums who are a small bunch and not actually the whole large scale. Luckily, that's why we have surveys, and surveys get to handle that. Yay, surveys. So, this is where we are. And so now we have exobits that no one really wants, but I do. I'll freaking take them, and I have a whole alt dedicated to them. And I love it. I actually make mods now, and I'm not... Honestly, is that pay to win to make mods? I'm like, fuck it, probably. I don't know. Did it destroy the actual broker on the arch? Did it destroy the broker prices and everything? Yeah, it freaking did. And whether or not you're a person who made money off of that, if you were, my heart goes out to you. If you weren't, then, well, guess what? You got some great deals, buddy. Haha. But one of the things that the developers wanted to do was enhance or help the economy, I feel. Because a lot of these collections that we get from them, all those collections are on the broker. They're on there for cheap, good, or holy shit, why are you still at 10 million? Who has that kind of money? You hackers have it. That's how, you damn mail buggers. So that's how it really goes down into it. You could sell his collections and everything, and it brought up the question, even when the first time capsules came out, are the time capsules pay to win? We can still ask that now. Are the time capsules pay to win? And the answer is, it's maybe. It really is. Now, everyone had that discussion. Everyone had the arguments going on the forums about, is it pay to win? Is it this? Is it that? Everyone literally brought their own explanations to pay to win. Everyone brought their own definitions to them. Some of them were even on Urban Dictionary. Some of them were from here, from there, from everywhere. And it basically comes down to whatever philosophy or whatever line of words you really want to have. And for me, the only pay-to-win item that I truly feel is pay-to-win in DCUO that is on the marketplace is the Soda Cola. The Soda Cola is pay-to-win. Why is it pay-to-win? Because that is a deliberate item that you pay with real money to increase your stats. Now, I say that, but I'm laughing on the inside because there's a Soda Cola because that Soda Cola Ultimate thing, it increases your stats by 1%, and your Compound Omegas that you get from the Promethium Lockboxes actually override it because those are 5%. They override the 1%. I laugh every time. Soda Cola Ultimates are pay to win, but I laugh at them because if that's pay to win, that is that's like the nerd who gets swirlied of pay to win, and it's hilarious. Just like Soda Cola Ultimate, yeah, you're just in there now. From all the other pay to win things that are on the game. Now, another argument with the time capsules is the time capsules have feats, and this is where the pay to win argument really tries to hold on to itself, because it has feats. With those feats, you get feat points, and with those feat points, you get skill points. Pay to win. You're basically paying to enhance your character in this type of way with feat points. And in that aspect, I will agree. It is really shitty. But I'm also saying no to it being pay to win. Why am I saying no to pay to win? Simple. They're tradable. They're tradable. You can give them away. You can sell them. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for them. You really don't. If you have in-game money, you can buy it. If you have an item that's worth trading, you can get it. If these items in the time capsules, that everything in the time capsules is tradable, everything you can give away to other players. Trust me, I know. Hi guys. You can give to other players. If that was not the case, if I got a collection and it was account bound, if I had a collection that I could not give to someone who needed it, pay to win. I would be in that crowd. It's pay to win. But, and I'm really stressing, but you can trade them. I have given my collections away on my streams almost every stream. Almost every time I stream DCO, I try to squeeze in at least the first 30 minutes or the last 30 minutes. It's like, hey, we're going to do some giveaways. Let's give away some collections. We're going to give away some grays, some blues, some greens, whatever. I don't need it. It's for you. Because I don't need it. Most of the times, it's already something I've already gotten. If I get a double, I'll keep it. I'll keep a double, but everything else I am giving away to you guys. Especially if it's a collection I really do not care about. I'm giving it to you guys. I do not care. I have given away freaking blues that players have been astronomically like, holy shit, he gave it away. I am grateful. I've helped players get cosmic collections, or their cosmic materials. Not cosmic because I wasn't, well no, I gave away some because I opened up some. I've helped players get their Phoenix materials, and I'm really appreciative of it because I was part of that, and I thank you for allowing me to be part of that. As much as I thank all of you guys for helping me get my Phoenix material, or especially all you guys to help me get my red aura, my red lantern emblem, and also my corrupted aura. I cannot thank you guys enough. It was so great. It's perfect. That's right. Watch Trex to win. That's right. So these are giveawayable. This is how I give to my community. This is why I'm okay with time capsules because I have no other way to reward you guys to watch my streams besides time capsules that I will put money towards, and here you go. Here you go. So again, are these time capsules pay to win? It depends on where you sit. I hate to say it, it is your perspective. It's your perspective if it's pay to win. If you are a person who dumps all this money and doesn't get what you want, pay to win. If it's a person who gets all this, who sees another player gets all this stuff, no matter the monetary value, gets all this stuff and gets a feat that you don't have, pay to win. If it's a person that is giving these collections away for free, that he pays for to help other players out and doesn't use it to his own personal thing in game, he's giving these away, not pay to win. I'm not using these feats. I'm literally giving these feats to someone else, not me. It's all about your perspective. All about your perspective. And I will agree that the RNG sucks. And players have this mentality where they did the math. Like Proxy and everybody on the forums, they did the math. They wanted to figure out how many boxes they needed to open to get such and such item. And they've marked themselves down. You've seen the videos. You've seen videos where players are opening like 100, 200, 270, 20. How's it going? They've opened up such and such boxes, and honestly, in my eyes, I am okay with it. Even I did it. And I'm not even much of an unboxing kind of a person. I'm really bad at it, really. But it's video evidence that this player got it. That this player got these collections. And it's like, I mean, you could tell people have got them, but... And also, at the same time, we don't need to really demonize the people who are opening up these time capsules. Why are you going to demonize someone who's supporting the game? If you don't want the time capsules open, then you're not supporting the game. And that's, I get it. You don't want to support them in that way. I completely get it. But they're still supporting the game nonetheless. And it's not hurting anyone. It's not really hurting anyone. And these feats do need to be decreased. I do concur that if you're going to have feats in the time capsules, they don't need to be 50 pointers. 25, maybe I'll be slide with it. But when it comes to all the feats in time capsules, they need to be 10s. Just to have a lesser impact on the player base, they need to be 10s. And the players who have completed these styles or completed these feats before, they keep their whatever. But anything when the time capsules come back, they should be redone to be 10s. Now, sadly, I feel on a coding standpoint, I don't think that's going to happen. Newer, like for time capsule number, I think we're coming into number 4 next time after the team up. Whatever the next time capsule is, that will be 10s. But 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we have right now, I think they're going to stay whatever feats that they are. If number 5 comes out and they're all 10s, then it'll be 10s, and we can see that go into the future. Number 5, yeah, thanks, Jareth. So we'll be at number 5. So if number 5 has all 10s, it'll be all 10s. But whatever the feat points in number 5, that's going to stay. I don't see it changing. I honestly really don't see it changing at all. Because, but I do agree that the feat points do need to drop. They do. But, so, when it comes to time capsules, I don't like them. I really don't. I know what it does to a community. But it is supporting the game. If you think that time capsules are not working, look at Star Trek Online. Look at Star Wars: The Old Republic. I mean, Star Wars: The Old Republic has its own deal, has its own thing going on, but I mean, even they use boxes, and I still think those are actually probably the worst now. But look at Star Trek Online. I mean, honestly, that game really, like, went nosediving. It nosedived for a while, but it picked itself back up. And why did it pick itself back up? Time cap. They're lockboxes. They're different themed lockboxes. It works. I hate to say it. Look at Overwatch. Overwatch has loot boxes. You can buy them or gain them in game. And those boxes suck. I swear to God, if I open up another lockbox, another loot box in Overwatch, and I get nothing but fucking paint skins, or just some stupid spray paints, I'm gonna fucking flip. That's bull crap. Bull crap, I hate those things. I don't use spray paint, who cares? Like, I'm gonna tag, I'm cool. I'm like, oh, it's high noon. So, lockboxes are here. They're now part of the norm, and I don't like them, but it's now the new norm. World of Warcraft does not need it, because it came out in the era that it came out at the time that it really didn't need it. I don't even think EverQuest has lockboxes. Does EverQuest have lockboxes? Because it came out in a year, it came out at a time that MMOs were the strongest, and they're still going. God, EverQuest is still going somehow, and World of Warcraft is still going. Games that are coming out now, I mean, we're 6 years old. Think about that. We came out in 2011, and the game I think was being made since 2009. If it was made much earlier, I think it would be in a much more healthy process. But at the same time, coding might be, how the game looks, might be a little off maybe. You know, technology, it's weird. But one of the things I think could fix the time capsules, and not the RNG, fuck the RNG, it is what it is. I honestly don't see an issue with it. I've opened up I think I've opened up 60 some odd boxes in the team up. I think in the accordion I've opened up maybe around 40. I mean, it's a weird number. I know Amazon Fury, I opened up fucking a lot. I opened up a lot of those. But the one of the things that can really fix it is the vendor idea. So when you open up a time capsule, you will get all the items that you normally get, and you'll also get a mark, or a token really. That token you can use to go to a vendor and actually buy the items or items that you wanted. So if you ever don't get it while you're opening up time capsules, you can go buy it from the vendor. Now, it does bring into the effect of, and one of the things I think the developers really need to think about is cost. How much are they going to cost? How many boxes do you need to open to get such and such item? And even then, when the developers come to us and, hey, we got this vendor. Here's how many marks you get. Here's how many tokens it costs. Here's how many tokens you get from your lockbox. Community will still uproar. There will not be a number. There will not be a number that the community will agree with the developers. You can deny it. You can sit there in your headphones or in your computer screen. You can deny it, but you know it's true. Hey, this thing costs 10. You get 1 mark. What is it? This thing costs 10. You get 1 mark per box. I gotta open up 10 boxes to get that? No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. Just, here, your face, meet my hand. Just right there. Right there in your forehead. There will never be an agreement. The developers will come with a number. The community will hate it. And they will grit their teeth. And they will buy it. Oh yeah, you'll grit your teeth and buy it. Don't say you won't. It's the same with the I quit threads. I quit. I'm never coming back. 3 months later. What's going on with the game? Anything different? This looks new. I'm gonna try this out. Yeah, I'm back. What about it? I'm back. You'll be back. Everyone will be back. It's how MMOs work. I still have World of Warcraft installed on my computer. Like, I'm never gonna go back to World of Warcraft. I'm a liar. You see this? Liar. I have a friend that's wanting me to pay $15 right now just to run stuff with her. And she's overgeared than I am. I can't run her stuff. It's like, I have to spend time. I don't have that kind of time. I can't do 2 MMOs. I can't. 2 week stops. That's true. That's true, Keebler. So, this is what you look at. I really want the vendor. The vendor, I think, will be a very good addition to the time capsules to help players out. Now, another idea that I've seen even from Proxy and from other players is to have some of those items on the marketplace. Like Phoenix material. There you go, on the marketplace. You can buy on the marketplace for a limited time. You have 30 days to buy the Phoenix material. There's your number. Go for it. Players will still disregard and disagree with the developers on the price. And if you don't believe me, the community is going to disagree with the price, go on your marketplace, go to wherever the styles are, and find the Batman cowl and take a look at the price. Good. I'll wait. I should probably vacuum. Nah, see? So you looked. Yeah. $20. I think it's $20. It's $20 for 2 cowls. It's $10 each. Players didn't want none of that. Now, players bought it. Players did buy it. But no one wanted it. No one. Look at the thread when it came out. Like, oh my god, we finally got the Batman cowl. Oh my god, it's so awesome. It's great. It's how much is that? No, it can't be that much. No, why are you so high? The developers are proud Gene. Oh my god, so much. It's $10. $10 each. It's $20 for 2 cowls. Actually, it might be 4. I think it was like a female version or something. I don't know. But it's there. We have an iconic style on the marketplace that the community wanted. The community got it. The community hated it. Dear God, you people don't know what you want. I don't know what I want either, so I fall in that category too. Ask my relationships. It's that's it. You guys wanted it, the developers gave it to you, but you hate the price? You understand that this is a business, right? This is a business. I wanted you guys to take a look. This guy right here. This is Mischief. He is from the Blizzard store. Yeah, this is my little cat. I got it for Christmas, actually. And he was $25. He was $25. By the way, the $25 went to children's charity, by the way. That was really cool. So, this was it. This was $25 for a cat for a game I don't play anymore. So it's awesome. I love this cat, by the way. It glows in the dark. Did I ever tell you guys it glows in the dark? It glows like, oh my god, see it glows. Oh god, it's so cool. It glows in the dark. It's really cool. But so I spent $25 on this, on a little plush. The in-game item for this cat was $10, and the $10 also went to a portion of children's charity. So this was basically, I could have spent $35 for a real plush and a pet. $10 for a pet. In game. That really does nothing but sit there and it purrs at me. Or at least it would. My friends got one and I didn't. I got the real plush because I wanted this. For children's charity, yo. Children's charity. Which is another thing that developers could do too, is actually work with children's charities and do cool stuff like that. But so Batman cowl, $20. No one wants it. No one wanted it. Well, people bought it. I know Balkan bought it, and Balkan, I've never seen that guy so happy. Never seen him so happy. Now, did I buy it? No, because I'm also broke poor, and I barely am. I'm not good with money. I'm not. I need a good accountant. I do. So the Batman cowl is $20, and no one really wanted it. I mean, players were like, I'm not spending $20 for that. 15, I'll pay for it. Are you trying to haggle? This is not where you haggle. You cannot haggle this. This is not the haggle place. All right, you little haggle puss. No. This is an item that is iconic. This is literally from Warner Brothers DC. Remember, we are a licensed game. We are not an original game. We are licensed. That means Star Trek Online, licensed. Star Wars The Old Republic, licensed. They have bosses of bosses to go to. Not just the game company, but the game company has to relay themselves, and God forbid, you know what, to EA, BioWare, and Star Wars The Old Republic, you guys have to deal with Disney. Proud to you, man. Work, man. You good luck. But the developers have to go to DC and like, hey, pitch this idea. Do you guys like it? No? Okay, well, we'll come back. You guys hate it? No? Cool. We'll start working with some good stuff. We'll work it in. DCUO has to look at Warner Brothers DC Comics. They have to go to them first and then come here to put it into the game. Remember, when Hardlight first came out, every single person wanted a green aura. That's right there. Green aura was a no for a long time because of licensing. We couldn't have a green aura. We could not have our Green Lantern emblem because of licensing. Paraphrasing at this point, we as DCO players, when Hardlight came out, we were Green Lantern deputies. We were mother-freaking deputized. Why? We were not officially part of the Green Lantern Corps because they did not want thousands of new Green Lanterns, thousands of new Sinestro Corps members in that lore. They wanted us deputized, and that's how we got Hardlight. We are deputy Green Lanterns. We're deputy Sinestro Corps. That's it. We couldn't get a Green Lantern emblem. We couldn't get a rated lantern. We couldn't get any of the lanterns because of licensing. Years later, welcome to Mogo. By the way, here's our new gear. Green Lantern, Red Lantern, Sinestro Corps, full emblems on the chest and the gear. Yeah, we look sick, but we don't like the chest, but we got the emblem. Finally. And finally now in Time Capsules, we officially have the emblems that we can put on any goddamn thing we want. Yes. Hell, we even got the Indigo stuff now. How awesome is that? So we have everything. We're working through the licensing now. The developers are trying their best to break down those doors. And we have things from DC. But I always go back to players wanting items on the marketplace. Putting the Cosmic, putting the Phoenix material, putting even the Corrupted, all these auras that we're getting from Time Capsules can be sold on the marketplace. You know, right? They could. They really could. But are you willing to spend the money for it? Now, of course, after we spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on Time Capsules working with RNG, I'm pretty sure everybody go, you know, I'll spend $20 to $30 on that aura. I'll spend it. I will. It's better than what I spent before. It's okay. I'll be okay with the price. Can I get it to 25 maybe? Can we break it down to 25? No? Okay. I just want to ask. And you also have to also consider and I think even they've talked about on Ask DCO, the development time that it takes to create this stuff. I mean, it takes time and money. It takes paychecks to kind of make this stuff and take some time. And so here we are with all this stuff. And it's, again, I don't like the RNG and Time Capsules either, but I'm telling you now, they're making their bank. They are making their bank off the Time Capsules to have more cost for everything. And would I say no to the aura? And this is another thing. It's like, I'm not saying no to the idea. Would I say no to the aura for $30 or $20 to $30 on the marketplace? Fuck no, I'm not going to say no. Why am I going to say no to a good thing? I'm going to discuss why it's probably not possible. No, so you disagree. No, I'm telling you why it's not possible. I'm not saying no to me wanting it. I'm saying here's why it probably won't. So you're disagreeing. Motherfucker, just calm down. I am not saying no to having the auras or having any of these items on the marketplace. I am not saying no, because I do believe that we need a healthier marketplace. The Time Capsules are cool. They're great. People are already getting worn out by it. I understand. But we also need to have the marketplace really viable, really needing something in there to really make it say, hey, we have this thing here. One of the things that we could probably, I could probably do as a YouTuber is probably make the marketplace seem more viable and excellent. Give it a little promotions like, hey, come on down to DCUO Marketplace. We have ourselves some styles. We have ourselves some auras. We have ourselves weapon packs. Weapon packs. Spice it up a little bit. I don't know. It's an idea. I'm crazy like that. So our marketplace does need to have something else in it, and the Time Capsules really are taking some of those ideas and putting them away behind RNG, where players could really spend money onto the items in the marketplace. But again, look at the Batman cowl. That's $20. $20 for that. Players didn't want that. The forums blew up saying no. And there are some players who said yes, and I appreciate that. But we do need a healthier marketplace. The marketplace does need some items into it. And where even if it's a limited time for the auras, for the materials, you're going to have people who are going to be really butthurt. And that's probably also why you don't see them on the marketplace. Because there are players out there that have spent a lot of money on a material, and it's really going to be like, it's going to be that time where it's going to be, finally, after 3 months, I finally have the cosmic material. Yes, the next day. Hey, did you miss out on the cosmic material? Head over to the marketplace. It's there for $20. Go ahead and buy it. But I spent 150 of my personal money and millions of in-game cash. Fudge it! I'm done with the game. I'm out. I'm done. This game is bogus. Fuck the developers. That's our community. That's it right there in a nutshell. Everything about it. And are they justified with their anger? Well, it's their reason to be angry, but do we as outsiders feel that and even understand it? Yeah, I can definitely understand his feelings. I would be angry too. I would just be in an uproar. I'm pretty sure I can go kill a cat or something. So that's probably why you still don't even see those kind of materials and stuff on the marketplace, because it could really upset the other community members who have gotten it. And at the same time, it's like, do we put the material on the marketplace? And if they buy it from the marketplace, do they get the feat for completing the collection? They don't, do they? They don't. They just get the full material. For $20, they get the full material and they don't get the feat. Then all of a sudden you have players who are like, oh yeah, they don't get the feat? Pff, fuck it, let them do what they want. I don't care, they didn't get that feat. You'll have the players who bought it. Wait, I don't get the feat? I spent $20, I don't even get the feat? This is bogus. I don't want a refund. There is no, don't tell Pete on me, there is no win that the developers can do that will please everybody. MMOs, and from what I've seen, especially from Daybreak, from a lot of from Hi-Rez, from every developer I've ever talked to, development in games is a no-win situation. You can only do what you feel the community would like, and space your feedback on it, make changes, and try and please as much people as possible. I agree. Money and feet don't. Money and feats don't go together. I agree. I completely agree. And again, would I say no to the cosmic material showing up on the marketplace? No. Would I buy it? Fuck yeah, I would buy it. Would I buy the Phoenix material that I have? Would I buy it on the marketplace? Yeah, damn right I would. I would certainly give that to an alt. I would damn right. Get rid of TCs and the game morale will skyrocket? It won't. It will not. And time capsules aren't going away. Just like Promethium lockboxes aren't going away, time capsules aren't going away. Because I wanted the lockboxes to go away. I messaged Meps. I sent him PMs like, hey, can these go away? He told me no. I was like, okay, I understand. But this is the world of MMOs that we live in. This is it. They have boxes. And the only way we can really do as a community is give our feedback on them. And feedback saying get rid of them, it won't work. You're basically just making yourself mad over nothing, because that's not going to really work. That's not going to happen. The only thing you can do, and I thank Proxy and all the other people for doing it, is to offer suggestions on how to better them. Outside of RNG, inside of RNG, inside of RNG. But the the vendor is a great idea. Put them on the marketplace is also a good idea. I'm not really sure how viable it would be, but I would spend my $20 on Aura. What would you? What would the community? The community has their differences with their prices. They don't want them. it's there. But even the booster bundles were great. Booster bundles were also gambles with real money. And I can tell you now, I do not like coming in with 5 purple auras that I do not want, and I didn't get what I want. There were foreign poster booster bundles as well. I spent such and such amount of money, and I didn't get the item I wanted. And yeah, there are no feats attached to it, but you still have the same bitching about RNG. Time Capsules has feats. I agree, feats need to go away from it, or they need to be lessened. But booster bundles are the same way. You're playing with RNG. You're playing real money with your RNG to get an item that you probably will not get that you want. And yet, players buy it. Players hate it. Players don't spend any money on it. And there's also, with booster bundles, there is no real way to get it in-game. Now, you can sell them on the broker, but I mean actually opening those boxes. With time capsules, you can at least play your in-game. You don't have to spend real money to buy the keys. You can open up your boxes via your keys that you get from the game. But it takes so long, Trex. It takes days. We deserve keys now. Again, I'm not going to say no to having keys right away, but this is what the game has. The game has given us a way that we can get the keys for time capsules in the game. If those keys were not a way to get in the game and only purchase on the marketplace, I would be on your side. I would be on that fence like, nope, bad time capsules, bad. But you can get the keys in game to unlock them. Snail's pace, but you still get it. Again, snail's pace for members like me, like myself and others, it takes 3 days. So that's 3 days to open up a box that in our playtime we can probably get close to probably even 30 plus boxes by the time we get our first key. Snail's pace. And those boxes really don't even expire either, but they do take up inventory space, but they also get up all the way up to 999, which is still pretty high. So, and you can also sell the boxes on the broker, so you can give them away to people as well. It's like, hey, I don't want this, take this. So, there are in-game ways to do the time capsules where you do not have to spend real money. Spending the real money is your choice. It is a choice. Because I'm telling you now, if the developers came out with the time capsules, they gave us the keys in-game. Let's just say they gave us the keys. Let's even say they gave us the keys that we get right now. But they didn't have keys on the marketplace. You can only get them from the in-game. People will go to complain, hey, we need to have those keys on the marketplace. We need to buy them. This is bullshit. Cool, we'll put them on the broker. Or we'll put them on the marketplace. Here you go. Even at the keys, you could get one key one day. If you're a member. I'm going with member here. You can get one key per day. One key per day. You still won't be happy. You still complain. And that is a fact. 6 years of looking at this community, 6 years of looking at the forums, you guys will complain. It's what we do as humans. We complain about everything. We're all Jewish. I mean, it's what happens. Don't worry, I have a Jewish friend. It's okay. I can say that joke. Right? It's okay. It's okay. But this is what it is. I do think that we as members, we should probably at least get a key. A key with our subscription. And yeah, one key will be fine with you, but it won't be fine with the next person. It'll be fine with that one. It won't be fine with him. The community is split. The community sometimes is actually also never split. The community is also never happy. Which, even in other games, there's no such thing as a happy community. There's just not. No one will ever be happy. But there it is. Nazi Trex. But I would like to see, as members, we deserve. I'm not gonna say we deserve, but I feel that we need keys. Our subscription, and it's not, and I'm not even looking at like, oh, we need 20 keys. Stabilizers, yeah, I'm talking about stabilizer keys. 10 keys per month. 10 keys per month in my eyes, perfect. I love it. 10 keys per month. I love it. Because even then, we get an abundance of keys, or abundance of boxes when we're playing the game. And so having 10 keys in our monthly, honestly, I'm probably even going to make a dent into and how many that we have. Of course, we could always stockpile them like we do with replay badges, and then when the game, when the next time capsules come out, we can just unload. But at the same time, in a sense, and this is probably where a developer could even come in and tell me this, in a sense, we already get keys per month. We get Daybreak cash. We get Marketplace cash. You can use those. You can use that Daybreak cash or Marketplace cash to buy keys, to buy your stabilizer keys. So you really don't have to spend real money. I mean, and that's technically what I did. I saved my Daybreak cash for 3 months, and then when the team up capsules came out, I immediately bought the 20 pack. I bought the 20 pack. And I opened up 20 and I call it a day. So it's whatever a player does with that Daybreak cash, it's up to the player. I would like I said, I would like to have 10 keys a month with my membership. 10. Now, I'm not greedy. I would like 10 for my membership. But I also have in mind that I also have my 500 Daybreak cash that I could spend to do it. So, and whatever a player does with their Daybreak cash or Marketplace cash is up to them. I mean, most players spend it to buy replay badges. Nothing wrong with that. Other players use it to increase their inventory space. I do. To a point. I probably need to buy more now that I think about it. Yeah, I do. So, the Daybreak cash is there. They really give you a currency for free. But, there you go. You just spend it there and you can buy you don't even have to spend real money. You can buy it there. Just use your keys. Use your Daybreak cash to buy your stabilizer keys and call it a day. It's a choice for the player. It's a choice for a player to spend real money. It's a choice to even participate in time capsules if you wanted to. You really don't have to. It's there. If you don't want to spend real money, you can always go over to your broker and just buy the stuff from there. You can also come over here to you can also come to a streamer and come to his streams, and he can give away collections for free. He can give them away to you guys if you win. Yay! Just follow the channel, yeah. Or you can go to someone else, and they'll probably do it too. I mean, time capsules are the devil, but you use the devil to your advantage. And so I use time capsules to help my people who follow me, who watch me. I give my stuff away. I give it to you guys. I don't care. I don't need it. What was it? I don't think I've used... I'm still working on some of the stuff from Team Up Time Capsule, but the majority of that stuff I've really given away because I don't need it. I've collected the doubles, and the doubles have got me to the point where it's like, well, now I need the greens and blues now. But I'm only really needing one. I'm focusing on my efforts on getting the material, and that's it. The flash helmet, the indigo aura. Here, take it. I don't want it. I'm out. I don't care. But, yeah. Time capsules are the devil, but you use the devil to your advantage. There are ways in-game, and there's also ways... there's ways in-game that you can get the time capsules opened, or even get the materials inside of it without spending a dime. Or you can spend a dime. It's a choice. And the time capsules have been... I feel they've been really good they've been good to the developers. It's bringing in a revenue. And I can tell you now, replay badges, I hate them. I've hated them since they were inoculated, since they were brought into being. Not inoculated, because I just want to use a big word. But since their inception, there you go. I've hated them since then. I was against it. I'm still against it. I use them for here and there or whatever, but I use them really just to catch up, which since technically that's what it's really supposed to be. But players have their own methods of using them. And the replay badges have been a source of revenue that has just kept the game going. And you can't deny it. You just can't. It's here. You see the amount of replays that players really use and they talk about. It's all here. So, as much as I hate them, it's the devil. But I'll make use of the devil as way as I can. And I have used it to catch up on a couple of days when I was off. I couldn't play the game. I did it. So, you just gotta find, as Aaron wants to talk about positive stuff, I'll even talk about, you gotta find the positive in things. And I really appreciate hearing people on the Twitters talking to me, even on the comments saying that they like to hear a positive voice talking about the positivity of the game. There is a lot of things wrong that everyone can point out easily point out the problems. But what about the ones? What about the good things? Why are we going to focus so much on the negative when we really should probably focus on the positive? And that's what I'm really happy that I do. I can be called a kiss ass. I can be called a brown noser. I don't care. I think coming into this podcast tonight, shut up, PlayStation. I came into it thinking that everyone calls me a kiss ass. Everyone calls me a brown noser. Everyone calls me a PR guy. Okay. Is it really a PR guy if I want to talk about the positives of a game that I enjoy playing? That you could really come anywhere. You could see all the negativity in the forums. But anytime one person brings up the positive, the negativity comes in. It overwhelms it. So if I'm going to be hated, okay, I'll be hated. I'm okay with it. I am officially okay with it. And I'm just going to roll with it. If people are going to hate me, people are going to hate me. I can't fix that. I think me trying to fix it, it's going to be it. I fail to hold the devs accountable for obvious shit. I disagree. And I will disagree. I think through this entire podcast, I have said that things were wrong. The RNG was wrong. Lockboxes were wrong. Time capsules were wrong. And I'm soft. I'm soft on the developers. I can see that. I can. And what most people will also call soft, it's also respectful. I will call the developers out on things, and most of the times I'll also call them out in PMs. It's like, hey, you're doing this wrong. I try not to be an angry guy. I can't go onto type a post and every other word type in caps letters that, oh, the developers are idiots, they're morons, they're fucking up the game, they don't know what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing either. We as players might play the game, but we're not developers. We see one side of the game. They see the other. And that's a logic that a lot of the community does not seem to grasp. Am I soft on the developers? Probably. I probably am. But I'm also respectful to them. Because I can talk shit about someone who I've never met face to face. Who I've never met one-on-one. If that's an easy thing for the anonymously personality that people can get on the internet. But I've met Meps, I've met Spittle, I've met Tunzo, I've met Spord, I've met Dizzy Kraken, love you buddy. I've met SJ, I've met multiple developers from Daybreak, I've met multiple developers from other games as well. And when you talk to a person face to face, when you put a face to something, you really need to show it respect. And I'm not saying that people on the forums are disrespectful. I'm not saying that one bit. They voice it their way, and I voice it mine. I'm not going to call the developers cheap. I'm not going to call the developers such and such rude words or even call them names. I'm not going to call them names because they don't really need it. They don't deserve it. They're human beings. They're doing a job, and they're trying to do the job as best as they can. And unless you're a game developer yourself, then yeah, my truck drivers I work at, my truck drivers are fucking morons. They are. I tell them that because I also know their job, and so I know the job that they have to do, and I will call it out on them. If I go to another job, if I go to a pizza place and tell them, or If I go to a restaurant and tell the chef, "Oh, you suck at making shrimp or something," I never made shrimp. I don't know how to fucking make it. Why am I telling someone else you can't? I can't tell him how to do his job. All I can do is leave feedback. Feedback. That's all I do. That's all I do. Armchair developers in the forums. Nah, that's cute. But I am soft on them because I've had such a good rapport with them over the years that I want to keep a good rapport. You want to keep in communication with someone. If you're doing nothing but talking shit about them, if you're talking shit about someone, they're not going to hang out with you anymore. They're not going to want to discuss anything with you. They're going to dismiss you. If you come to them as an adult with respect, it's like, hey, I have this issue. Let's work on it. This is such and such thing. But if you're going to just go with rude, crude names, then you're not going to get your point across. You're just like an asshole. And kind of what it is. Thing is, some of us know the game better than developers. That's at you. I honestly don't agree with that. I don't think any player knows the game better than the developers. I think we know a different understanding. So, and that's another thing that I appreciate testing for, because the developers might have come up with one way, but as a community, we might play it a little bit differently, and each player plays differently. So we'll come up with this insane method, and the developers would have never thought about it. It's like, oh, that's really cool, and they'll work around it. But I do not agree that the players know the game better than developers, or the community knows better than the developers. I think that we just have different knowledge on different fronts. We have it on the front end, where they know more about it on the back end. And on the back end, shit can change, and the front end just needs to fucking deal with it. But that's that. It's just, there are some things I probably know a little bit more about when it comes to Rage than the developers, but at that point, I do trust my developers that they know what they're doing. That's what they get paid for. So, I mean, if anything looks a little wonky, I'll just throw it up to them. It's like, hey, is this supposed to be happening like this? But it's whatever. The developers have to listen to multiple fronts of people, and it can really get confusing. But it's so weird. It's so weird. Have I really been going for 2 hours? For 2.5 hours? My God, I know how to talk. I'm so sorry. I get upset. But, I think it's probably going too long, and I really need to not do a Q&A session, because it's so long. I will agree. I think the new dev team is really awesome. I think they're doing a good job. I really can't see anything else. Things went south with a new CEO. That could be. I think anytime when a new person comes in, they'll come in with different ideas that may hurt or help, and honestly, it just takes time. So you never really know. I was not a big fan of Star Trek Online, and that was when he was running it. And I'm not blaming Jack for anything, because I also don't know Jack. My time with I guess, quote unquote, knowing Jack would be my time in Star Trek Online, which was very minimum. So, and I also never visited the forum, so I never really interacted with them. So I have to, as a player, want to know more about the development team. I need to interact with him more to really get an understanding on how well he's doing. He knows the product. I will give him that. He is a hardcore nerd. He has his stuff here, and I have faith. And anytime when that faith is weaning, or if I'm starting to lose it, I am luckily I have the opportunity, just like every other player has the opportunity, to message our community manager, message Jackster himself, message any developer that you're having this issue, and hopefully they will get back to you with a possible resolution that will be good for you. I'm not saying look like a back and forth in an email, but you'll most likely have it there. Yeah, the option to buy starships like 100. Yeah, that right there. I was like, this is bad. This is. I am not agreeing with that. I mean, I'm happy I got my free ships while I was leveling up, but man. But I mean, he's the boss. I don't know his job, so I can't really even fathom it. But I am hopeful. I try to be as positive as much as possible because I live in a world of negativity right about now. I could really drown myself in depression. I really don't want to do that. I want to keep myself. I'm trying my best to keep myself head above the water. But I'm having faith that Jackster and the team knows what they're doing. SJ has done a fantastic job when it comes to the stories. They have been extraordinarily awesome, and I'm really happy about it. Oh, people have messaged me apparently. So I've been really happy with how the development team has been running for DCUO. I'm keeping myself positive. I'm keeping it positive. The next episode we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be stretchy to say the least because this will be our second episode for the year. And I'm not dogging major events. I like major events. The anniversary event, and even the Starro stuff, it's been really good. But I'm looking for the best. I'm keeping positive about it. I really am. So that is going to be it for me for tonight. I probably could stream another game or something a little later, but I'm not because I'm going to have some more drink and probably get this. I got podcast to edit tonight, so I have to go handle that. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for freaking 2.5 hours. Jesus Lord, I did not mean for it to go so long. I'm new at podcasting. I've never podcasted before. This is so new. It's so weird. So cool. I wish I was Savitar. That armor is awesome. And I could sound like Jigsaw? Yeah, let me be Savitar. Barry, do you want to play a game? I want to play a game. So, you guys can follow me over on Twitter at This Is Trex, and you guys can, of course, find the podcast over at Trexlight. The podcast is really only on youtube.com/Trexlight. I haven't really put it on the website as an actual podcast. It's working towards it. And I do apologize that I wasn't, and thank you, Time Tracker, that it's interactive. Of course, when I was doing the Sourcecast, someone else could talk and I could actually read chat and we could discuss it with chat, but it's me by myself, so I'm having to make sure I get my points across and try and look down and see, it's like, what's everyone talking about? What's going on? Just like, I gotta figure this out. So, thanks, Clint. But the next time I'm going to do the podcast, I'm not really sure when yet. No. I can't do it. If I can do it Sunday nights, I'll be happy if I can do it Sunday nights. But so far, I really don't have a schedule for it yet because my schedule is in flux because I also do an American Gods podcast on Sundays. And if you're not watching American Gods, fucking watch American Gods. Holy shit, it's great. So great. And also check out American Pods and American Gods podcast over at Legion of Leia. Plug. So I gotta go work on that podcast actually tonight for episode 2. So it's great. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for some more DCUO or random game action. You guys take care. Mwah. Night, guys. That's not where my mouse is. My mouse is right here. I found it.